Today on the channel, we're back fresh from the Target Haul-a-thon once again with Tattoo and Wyrm NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon collection.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another NECA cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got some deep cuts, but a very familiar cut at the same time. We'll explain with Tattoo and Wyrm. But for all your Tattoo Wyrm needs, better head over to, of course, Target. Part of the newest haul-a-thon is this 2-pack hitting stores as I'm talking right now, and your mileage may vary, of course, depending when you're watching this video. But of course, for all your other Ninja Turtle needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Now, Tattoo, I remember because of the action figure back in the day. A lot of people used him as Yokozuna with their Hasbro wrestling figures. Wyrm, I do not remember. So as we get deeper and deeper, I mean, we're well over 100 figures in this line now. It's not going to be all Michelangelo, Leonardo, Krang, Shredders of the world. We'll still get those, but we'll get some deep cuts every once in a while. But I don't even remember, were these two even in the cartoon? Now I kind of feel like Tattoo was, but gosh, it's been a long time, as we usually say. But a fun looking set here, a big set as well. And you know me, I love a good big figure. But of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's check out the packaging. Uniform packaging since the get-go with this line. I always do appreciate that. About a year ago, I dropped out of saving my packaging. I can't believe how much packaging I had for these. But I did get rid of it all, and it was very freeing, of course. But there's Tattoo, there's old Wyrm, big window box, Nickelodeon logo, got their names up top. Tattoo doing Tattoo things, I guess. Wyrm doing Wyrm things, I guess. Then on the back of the package, you get a little bit of a cross-sell. Some of the other ones we've unboxed on the channel. A little bit of a generic blurb as well. Is it worth reading? Not really. Not really worth reading. But I like the Ultimate Slash, Ultimate Shredder, Punk Leonardo, and Punk Raphael. A little bit of a head-scratcher, that 2-pack, of course. But this set looks really, really fun, and we're going to bust into it right now. You go, busted makes me feel good, like a young Ghostbuster, of course. We're going to pull it out. Oh, man. Woo! Woo! See you later, goodbye. Those are fresh from the factory, I guess, to get here for haul-a-thon, because, man, you can still smell that paint. That's some hardcore stuff right there. But there it is in the plastic prison. I'm going to go cough, and I'm going to get these guys out of the package, and we'll be back with Wyrm and Tattoo. All right, we got Tattoo and Wyrm out of the package here, and let's dive into Tattoo first. Big dudes first, and I do remember this. Of course, at first I was thinking this was a cat, then I'm looking at it, and it all came clear in my brain. I remember he was in one episode, I think only one, or at least only one I remember. And his hamster was captured or something, and Shredder and Krang were doing some stuff on him or something. Pet shop, I just remember that whole spiel there with Tattoo, and I guess Tattoo was in the cartoon, of course. But we do get his hamster, since I do have it here. I guess my first ever hamster accessory could be, I don't know. What about you? Oh, you're a gerbil guy, Todd? I bet he is a gerbil guy. You know Lemmy Winks? You familiar with him? Maybe not. Well, the story for another day. But we got a little hamster here. No articulation on the hamster, but a cute looking hamster, no doubt. Got a little tail on the back, 2 little hamster ears. Always cool to get a little animal accessory. And speaking of accessories, I think this is it for old Tattoo. We do get 2 gripping hands over here. He's got the maniacal hands out of the package, but here it is. Old Tattoo, a heavy sumo wrestler, like a young Yokozuna once upon a time, but a big beefy boy, there's no doubt. Got the big ponytail up top here, got a little green hair tie going on. You do get some articulation in the hair, which is kind of cool to see. Big head on him here, 2 eyes, nose, mouth, 2 ears, and he's got earrings in his ears, and those earrings do move, so you can move those around. A little extra articulation, but be careful. You don't want to break an earring off, of course, but a big old head on him here, but looking very good. Now, body, of course, extremely large, extremely pale skin on him as well, but a big, beefy boy, there's no doubt. Now, he's got the tattoo of the spider right there on his chest, a little heart on his upper shoulder there. Same thing on the other side, a little lightning going on. A little heart down here, lightning on the legs. So he's got a few tattoos going on. Got some sandals, very stereotypical, of course, of the sumo wrestlers wearing the sandals. Got chains for wrist guards. I got a couple of bandanas wrapped around the elbows. Now, I haven't even moved the articulation on this guy yet, and the paint is already chipping on the joints. Very ugly as far as paint goes. Now, very pasty, pale skin makes it show up even more right there. But the minute you articulate, can you even articulate these? Very tight. Oh, very tight. Not even getting any movement out of that. So I'm going to have to warm that up. Oh, there we go. This one moved a little bit there, but extremely, extremely tight. But the minute you use those joints, you're going to lose all that paint right off of there. So we're seeing that. We've seen that before with a lot of NECA figures, some of that paint chipping. So it's going to be a little unsightly there at the joints for a lot of people. Now, articulation, arms all the way around, bicep cut. Should be double jointed elbow, but once again, very tight, little fused over here. This side moving for me right now. Hands removable, back forth, side to side. I'm probably going to stick with these maniacal hands is probably what I'm going to do. We'll see. Head a little side to side, a little bit of up and down, not tons of movement there. Hula hoop up top, of course. Oh, nothing down low on the belly. Got that big old diaper, if I ever saw one, of course. Leg does go up, back and forth. Single jointed knee, once again, very tight on the articulation. You're going to have to heat this guy up. Ankle articulation, and then once again, you're going to have chipping on the ankle articulation. There's no doubt. I already see it kind of forming there. And once again, extremely tight. So always good to heat these bad boys up, and bad girls every once in a while. Very tight in the articulation joints on this guy. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to fit on a Mattel ringside stand. Oh, he doesn't got a deep enough hole. He's a big guy, but his hole just not deep enough. Just not deep enough. Just won't clench in there. So unfortunately, not going to be able to stand on a stand. He's going to be tough to stand until I heat up his feet. So, tattoo a beefy monster. Just got some work to do with him to get him where we want him to be, I do think. But an interesting character, a deep, deep cut. But I remember him a lot more from his action figure back in the day. Much like Wyrm over here, I think came out in the late 80s, 88, 87, something like that. A character that I think was only in a TV commercial, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he was even in an episode. I could be wrong, but he does get a little bit more accessories than everybody else here. And I guess I didn't look, but I guess some of these could have go both ways. And of course, tattoo a guy that goes both ways. I've been told by you, Todd McFarlane. But we do got pipe wrench. I think this belongs to Wyrm, though. It's a crazy colors here with kind of the pinkish, orangish color. I don't know. You got a little tape on there, a little plumber's tape down here. But you do get a big old wrench going on. A big old hammer here, a wooden hammer with all kinds of I was going to say wires, but I guess maybe rope. Or could it actually be worms throughout on here? Maybe that is the case. But looking like all splat on the end. Looks like something out of Mark Summers and Double Dare, Mark. But looking good here. A big old mallet, a good old hammer there. He does get 2 extra hands. I like these hands a lot. Blue tape and red tape. You got the crazy fingers going on. Almost looks like worms. He is Wyrm after all, but looking very cool right there. We do get 2 extra eyes, so the eyes can pop in. You get the more normal look on the eyes here, and then you get the bugged out eyes, the crazy eyes. All day long, you got to display these crazy eyes. Now, unfortunately for me, I need to put a little dab of glue on here as his little painter's hat keeps falling off on mine as the glue didn't stick to it or whatever happened there. I can get it in there, but if you budge it with your finger, it will fall off. So I'm going to put a little dab of super glue to get that guy sticking in. Now, he does got a movable jaw, which is absolutely awesome. A little loose in that jaw, though. It does fall down a little bit, but I love all those crazy teeth in there. Got the big old red tongue, and they got those crazy eyes as well. A little poof of hair up top. Almost looks like a fish, kind of like a ray fillet in the head a little bit there. Now, we do get an extra accessory here. And at first I thought this was a thing of McDonald's French fries, but it is red. It's actually a tongue with worms on it. And it just slides over the regular tongue. So you just slide that in the mouth, close the mouth, hold it down. And it looks like he's got a bunch of worms coming out of his mouth. Pretty cool, nice effect piece. Got all the kind of slime and stuff going out of the teeth as well in green. Looking very cool there. And then, of course, you do get a bodysuit, but it's torn, tattered, and everything. Of course, you mutate. You start ripping your clothes. It's tough. It's tough. You don't want to, if you're mutating, you don't want to wear an expensive suit. That's for sure. But you got a torn, tattered suit throughout. You can see a little bit of a spine coming through here, the blue skin tone popping out through the shirt. Got the blue and the red hands over here, a gripping hand over here for a weapon. Same thing on this side. A little bit of worm sticking on the side over here as well, and same thing on the back. Very cool. One of those ones where you look at everything and you see something different kind of every time. Got a very interesting belt, some kind of an animal tail or something wrapped around him. You do got some of those suckers like a squid would have on the end of its arm, hand, whatever you call it on those. And you go all the way down here where he's mutated away from a more human-style foot to more of like an octopus arm down here, which is cool because it is bendy wire, which is really nice. Now, not the easiest guy to stand with this without 2 toes, but I do appreciate what they gave us with this one here. Looking very cool. And then the other foot here, he's got 4 toes, blue toes, like a Smurf is what it reminds me of, with a red boot. But definitely different between those two. Looking very, very cool. Love what I see right there. All in all, looking very nice. Now, of course, arm's going to go all the way around for him. Single jointed elbow, once again, extremely tight. Going to have to heat that up. You do get the side to side. You do get the hands back and forth, side to side. Hands removable. Jaw articulation, head back and forth, side to side. Little waist articulation there. You get the bendy wire in the foot. Leg back, forth, side to side. Leg back, forth, side to side. Double jointed knee on him as well. Ankles back, forth, side to side. And boot cut on this one. So a lot more articulation on old Wyrm right here. He also, does he fit? Ooh, he's tight. He's tight. Like a young Cheap Trick, but that's more she's tight, I guess. But he will fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. So how about that? Fitting on the stand real good right there. Tattoo, not so much. Got to really heat tattoo up to get him moving around. A big chunk of plastic is what he's settled in to be. But man, oh man, a fun 2-pack. 2 really deep cut characters. 2 really fun characters. 2 great visual characters on your shelf. These are 2 eye-catching figures. There's no doubt about it. Really like to add into the more deep cut figures in, of course, the NECA cartoon line. It's just interesting to see how long can this line go. Every time we get new releases, new announcements, it's like a nice surprise. You're like, oh, I forgot about that guy. I forgot about that character. Or I don't remember him at all. And then, of course, you get a little bit of April O'Neil, Turtles, Shredders, Krangs mixed in. The one I'm really looking forward to is that giant Krang. We saw that at San Diego Comic-Con like 2 years ago. When is that coming out? Hopefully this year. I guess we'll see what happens. But there's Tattoo, there's Wyrm, hitting Haulathon at Target right now. Let me know your thoughts on these 2. If they're must-haves in your turtle collection or they're easy passes, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget my new book, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers line. You can order from me if you want the Kyle Peterson Show sticker and a bookmark. I can autograph it, do whatever you want. Check out the book, support the channel, support the book, whatever you want to do. But you can get it at Amazon and Barnes & Noble as well if that is more your thing. Of course, you can hit me up at SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. Of course, my weekly podcast every single Tuesday, wherever audio podcasts are found, as well as video cast on YouTube. Check it out if you have not already. And of course, Patreon and YouTube channel memberships, your best way to support the channel. Early access to all the videos, all kinds of stuff over there every single day. Appreciate the support, everybody over there. So there it is, little Wyrm, little tattoo, little cartoon collection. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We're going to the end of the line.